Hi, Gina from Relay USA here. We all come together to Relay for the same reason. We want to make a difference in the fight against cancer. So we relay. We relay to celebrate, remember, and fight back. And tonight, through Relay USA, we've celebrated, we've remembered, we've learned about the ACS mission and about advocacy, and now it's time for us to fight back. For a Relay USA Fight Back ceremony, we're honored to have Ben and Kathleen, a survivor and a caregiver, as they tell us how they're fighting back through Take Back Your Day and how they've turned this into a movement for survivors and caregivers everywhere. So I am joined tonight by Ben and Kathleen, and I'm going to turn it over to both of you. Thank you guys so much for being here, and take it away.
Thanks, Gina.
Thank you, Gina. I'm Ben White. I am an ACF staff person as well as a cancer survivor.
And I'm Kathleen Callahan, and I am a caregiver for Ben, and I'm also a staff member here at the American Cancer Society.
Our journey started in 2019, which seemed like a very normal year with very normal family activities, but quickly changed.
So for us, it was a 10-mile run together with some friends, and we took our family on a trip to New York City, and we had some odd things that happened with your health during that year that we didn't think much of at the time.
No, but there were enough symptoms that finally made myself go to the hospital to get checked out. And that was the best decision that we made during that time. But unfortunately, on September 13th, 2019,
it was a Friday.
It was Friday the 13th, I was diagnosed with diffuse large B-cell lymphoma. What we found later after scans was the lymphoma spread throughout my body, and I had cancers in my jaw, cancers all over my ribs, and cancers on my pancreas, blocking my bile duct from working.
So that started a long process for us. With that diagnosis, the treatment plan was 6 chemos starting in October of 2019. And that took many months moving forward with a chemo cocktail, as we call it, of R-CHOP.
Yes, and I think the big thing to know about when the diagnosis came on September 13th, 2019, my verbiage changed. I never once said I was diagnosed. I always said we were diagnosed, and that was Kathleen as my partner, my support. Her life immediately changed as soon as my life changed. And not only our lives, but our kids' lives, our parents' lives, our siblings' life. And the ripple effect went on and on from this one diagnosis. So we always say we were diagnosed with cancer on September 13th, 2019. And it was a journey. And those chemos were not all the same.
No, we were told initially that they would feel sort of distinct and in their own space. And we learned by the 3rd or 4th that it felt much more cumulative in terms of the effect on your body and how you were doing. It was challenging as a caregiver to be with you and to sort of help you through that journey. And I think we learned a lot, and especially on the date of chemo number 6 on January 15th of 2020.
Chemo number 6 was the first time in my life where I used the terms, I get it. And by saying I get it was when people say, I've had enough. I don't know if I can keep going. I don't know if I can keep fighting. And I get it. I get it where people say, like, I'm at peace for where I am. But because of the support I had, the we that we were, it wanted me to keep fighting and keep going. Now, I was lucky at that point in time that chemo number 6, after that scan show that everything was working, and I was declared in remission in February of 2020.
I will say that last photo that we just saw of you is a photo that I took by myself. Then it had just come out of a procedure, and as a caregiver, I was in a place where I felt alone, even though I was in the middle of a bustling hospital, but I was looking at the person I cared about so much. And I felt like I needed to have to capture that moment, because you feel so vulnerable in that time. And you know you have a team, but sometimes you need to think about it, and I knew how Ben was feeling, and we were feeling it together.
So again, lucky to be declared in remission in February of 2020. These are our children. My remission also coincided with basically the start of COVID. So as a parent who no longer could go to work in person, one of the things we did was family COVID Olympics. And even though I just got deemed in remission, I won, but it also helped that Dad created all the events.
So yeah, he won.
But I think what I wanted to share with this is, like, I'm a competitive person. Kathleen and I like to do a lot of activities together, and one of the things we like to do is we find running together as a form of enjoyment. So when I was deemed in remission, we went to our doctor and we said, Dr. Chang, I think I'm going to run a marathon this year. And Dr. Chang said, no, Ben, you're going to run a 5K. And I said, okay, I'm not very smart. So like, I think between a 5K and a full marathon, we're going to do a half marathon. And that's when Kathleen and I decided talking about what we were going to do with our half marathon.
Yeah, and I would say, as all of this time is passing, I think Ben and I are also learning about how cancer casts a really long shadow. You have that initial joy of remission, and then you realize that it doesn't go away. We are almost 5 years out, and I would say it's still something that stays with us. But that conversation about doing a run together actually became a sense of our healing, and how we are able to sort of move beyond what has taken something from us, I think, with the cancer journey.
So 1 year from diagnosis, we on September 13th, 2020, ran a half marathon through our hometown. And we were joined by a couple friends and a few family members throughout the time. Some ran the whole way with us, some didn't. But it was one of those things where we took back the day of September 13th. September 13th now, not just as our diagnosis day, September 13th is now the most fun we've ever had running together and running with family and friends. And it inspired us. It drives us to take back more days. There are too many days that cancer took from us. There are the holidays, the kids events, the works, so many things that you could not do when you're going through treatment. And you're fighting cancer because living, breathing, eating is all your focus when you're going through it. So we are fighting back. We're taking back our days that cancer took from us. And we implore you to figure out those days where something is that negative memory, negative connotation, and make a positive spin on it.
And we know it can be something that's both for the individuals that had cancer and for that whole entire caregiving team, because it's going to be different for each person and how they experienced that journey. And I think it's important for everyone to think about some of those days that stand out and how you can take them back in a way that makes sense for you, honors the journey and who you are.
So we want to thank you for listening and supporting us as survivors and a caregiving team. And
yeah, now we want to listen to others and how they have fought back and taken back their days.
So in the comments, please state with us how you will be taking back your day. Thank you.
One of the days I'm taking back is May 25th by having waffles with my family for breakfast that day.
Hi, I'm going to take back my day by going to Finland and watching the Northern Lights.
Hi everyone, I'm Donna Kimberling. This is a picture of my late husband Dave and me. I will be taking back our day, our wedding anniversary on August 3rd, by hosting the Best of Times Lights of Hope celebration, where I will celebrate our wonderful marriage and the incredible man that he was.
Hi there, I'm Christo from Illinois, and I am taking back my day. I'm wearing my shirt today. I am in Bakersfield, California at the Relay for Life of Bakersfield. I don't really know the day that my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1997, so I'm not using that as taking back my day. There are different days throughout the year that I am going to be using that signify certain events or meaningful time to me. One of those was in March this year. I quit smoking in 1994, and that has allowed me to live a little healthier lifestyle and be here for my daughter and with my daughter throughout the years. I'm hoping that others will do the same at some point in their lives and quit smoking to be able to breathe better and have a healthier lifestyle. So in March, I took back my day and celebrated the fact that I was not smoking and I could breathe easier. Throughout the year this year, there will be other days that I will take back, and I will celebrate the fact that I am here and I can raise funds for the American Cancer Society. I've been a 23-year volunteer, I'm a 27-plus year caregiver, and I'm a voice of hope for the American Cancer Society. How will you take back your day?